There are three things. First one is to find the initial investment or outlay. Guys, you can switch off your video. You have no need to turn on your video because I think it will take more MBs and more energy. And if you can listen audio and watch the video that I shared, it will be okay. Now, the first step is to find initial investment and initial outlay, and the second one is to find. Now, this is the most important part of the topic: after tax operating cash flow. And lastly, we have terminal year non-operating cash flow. From my end, there is no problem. I would suggest you increase your voice, or because everything is working properly here. The internet, the voice control system, everything. Okay, guys. So for this part, we must know the formula. This is S minus C minus D into 1 minus D plus D. Now here it is fixed capital investment plus net working capital investment, and here one part is net working capital investment in last year plus after tax salvage value. Now after tax salvage value it is equal to salvage minus tax into salvage value minus book value. Now here, if we have this sketch in our mind, we can easily do the question. This is sales, this is cost, this is depreciation, and this is tax. At the end, I will share this lecture as it is shown here. So this is the most important part because it contains almost 80% of the question. If you are if you make some silly mistake in second part, it will affect your whole question. So what is the objective here? We have to find the cash flows for capital budgeting. So we can apply the capital budgeting techniques, and we can learn, or we can check the feasibility of the project. So our formula is S minus C minus T minus D into 1 minus D. So first thing that I have to find, it is sales. So let's read the question. The first one is: the life of the sneaker project was expected to be 6 years. Assume the analysis took place at the end of 2012. So map out the question. It is saying the analysis took place at the end of the 2012. This is our base year. Then 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is the first step. We mapped out the life of the project. Okay, this is the life of the project. Then next part is the suggested retail price of the shoe was 190. This is the suggested retail price. Gross margin for high athletic footwear average about 40% at the retail level, meaning each pair sold would net New Balance $115. So this is our sale price. This is our sale price. So I will write here what is this is sale price per unit. What is sale price per unit? It is $1.15. $1.15. In question, they didn't say whether they are it is increasing or decreasing, so it is 1.5 for each part. Then third part is the global athletic footwear market in 2011 totaled approximately 74.5 billion and was expected to grow at CAGR of 1.8% from 2011 to 2018, meaning 84.4 billion by 2018. Based on market research and analysis of other recent athletic endorsements, the New Balance marketing division estimated the following sales volume for sneaker. This is the sale volume. This is the sales volume. So let me. So earlier we used sales price per unit. Now it is I will number it one. Here it is two. This is unit sold. Unit sold. So the first one is 1.2, 1.6 in 2000 from 1.2, 1.6. Then it is 1.4, 2.4. And lastly it is 1.8, 0.9. Now how we can find the sales? Sales is 1 multiply with 2 is equal to sales. So basic formula of sales is sale price per unit multiply with units sold multiply with unit sold. So we have to multiply sale price per unit with unit price per unit sold. So we will get the sales of each year. So it means we have two rows. We have to multiply these two rows with each other to get the sales. So tell me the values, use your calculators and show me. Guys, share your calculations. I will do from the first parts. You have to do from the last years, okay? And share it in chat. 1.2 multiplied by 115. It is here. It is 138 1.6 multiplied by 155, it is 184. 1.4 multiplied by 115, it is 161. 155 multiplied with 2.4, it is 276. And what is your values? If you have calculated, it is 0.103.5, and it is 1.5 into with this one 115 207. गाइस आपको मेरी आवाज प्रॉपर आ रही है? Okay, so this is how we calculated the sales. Okay, now let's read the next point here. For the first 2 years, the point number 4, the introduction of sneakers 2013 would reduce sales of existing New Balance shoes as follows. The value is 35 million. This is low sale 35 million and 15 million. So here I will write 35 and 15. Now this is might be the spellings are incorrect. Okay. And for the remaining 0, there is no value. We will write 0, 0. Now what is this thing? Let me illustrate it. Yes, it is. Now there are two types of externalities. Externalities means abnormalities. Externalities mean abnormalities. So one is positive and other one is negative. It is known as cannibalization. Now positive externality means due to new product or project, sale of existing is increased. And here due to new project, sale of existing project decreased. So here normally in the book that I gave you the notes, so the CFA they use very good example. They, if our positive externality, they use the example of Lay's plus Pepsi. When they introduced Lay's, the sale of Pepsi products increased, and here it is Diet Coke plus Coke. Because of this value decreased. Because of the Diet Coke introduction in the market, the sale of existing product of the Diet Coke has decreased. Now how to treatment? The treatment is how it can treat it. This is treatment. For this cannibalization, because we have to find the project actual cash flows, and here they have increased, so we will add them. We will add them, and here we will. So I will write here. Add, and here subtract. Now why we are subtracting? Let's say this is product A and this is product. We launch, this is new product. Already this has a sale of 40. And because of this, we got a sale of 50. And here the sale is 30. Okay, so what happened? There is decrease of minus 10. There is decrease of minus 10. So how it happens? Because this new product is launched and the value of new already product has decreased by 30, by 10. So the sale of new product, sale of new product is equal to 50 minus 10 is equal to, actually the new product sale is 40 because it has eaten 10 sales of the already project, so we have to treat it. This is cannibalization, this is negative externality. Suppose if the because of the new product the sale of existing product has increased, rather than 40 it is here 50, so we have to add the change. 40 minus 50, 10, then the new sale will be 60. So for positive externality we have to add, and for negative externality we have to subtract. Now in our question it is negative externality and cannibalization, so we have to subtract it. After subtracting, with what we will get, we will get net sales, we will get net sales. So here it is 103, here it is yes 169, 161, 276, 207, 103.5. Now till this point we have calculated the actual sales, we have calculated the actual sales. So in future we will use this thing, we will use this thing only. Okay, now the fifth point, the sixth point, they are about the fixed assets, they are about the fixed asset. The fifth point is about factory, and sixth point is about the equipment, seventh point is about the working capital. Now as per the formula is sales minus cost minus depreciation. So I have calculated the sales. Now next step is I have to calculate the cost. So the costs are given from point 8. The first one is variable cost were expected to 55% of revenue. So here I will write variable cost. It is 55% of revenue. Now what revenue this is? This is the net revenue. So we have to take 55% of net revenue. So calculate the values. So multiply 55 with net revenue. I will start from the first values. You have to start from the last values and post your answers. So 0.55 multiplied with 103, I get 56.65. 169 multiplied 0.55, it is 92.95. Double 8.55, and this one is 56.93. Okay, now these two values, 276 and 207. Okay, the next one, double 3.85. Okay, done. Now this is how we calculated the variable cost as well. Now Now let's find out whether there are any other costs. Now if we read ninth point, this is cost as well. 9, 10th, 11. 9 is selling and general administrative expenses were expected to be 7 million per year. So I will write here selling and admin expenses. You can write the full as well. So it is 7 million, 7 million, 7 million, 7 million, 7 million, 7 million each year. And then Granit James would be paid 2 million per year for his endorsement of the sneaker 2013 and an additional 1 million Olympics bonus in 2016. So this is endorsement expense. I will write here endorsement expense. So it is 2 million each year, except in 2016 we have 3 millions, 1 million added. Two million, 2 million. So this is endorsement expense. Then we have other advertising expense. So here we will write other expense are advertising expense. So the values in each year it is 25, 15, 10, 25, 15, 10, 30, 25, 30, 25, and last one is 15. So these are the expenses. These are the expenses. We will do it. We are just extracting what information we can get from. Now point number 12. New Balance has already spent 2 million in research and development on sneaker. The keyword here is already. This is sunk cost. We avoid sunk cost. We don't deduct sunk cost in the project valuation. Why? Because this is the cost that we have already incurred and we have to incur. Now, in the lectures, I told you that what is the time period of the sunk cost. This is very early cost that we have to incur. It is also, we can say, before the initiation of the project. All the other costs, for example, if we could talk about the fixed capital investment and other costs such as fixed cost, variable cost. Now these costs incur during the project. Fixed capital investment occur at the start of the project. But here the sunk cost, it occurs before the start of the project. For example, you have to start a business, and for that you prepared a feasibility. You went to check for a location physically and you used a petrol of 20 rupees. By going there, you examine that the location is not suitable, so your 20 rupees are wasted. You cannot recover it. This is the minimum expense that you have to bear to start the project. This is sunk cost. If we prepare the feasibility of project, might be after the feasibility tells us that the project is not viable, it's not feasible, so we have to let go the project. Again, for to prepare the feasibility, the incurred cost will be sunk cost. We cannot recover it. Okay, so it occurs before the start of the project, at the very early stage of the project. I hope this is clear to you. Now, till this part, we have this framework here. This is the sales, and here we are going till this point. We have to add two things as well. Let me from here to here. I will add one column here. These are all costs. Now we have to start the depreciation. Now our depreciation is charged on fixed asset. Depreciation is charged on fixed assets. Except land. Depreciation is charged on fixed assets except land. I tried to prepare a table form. I will prepare again because the rows, columns are not equal. So we can get a more real experience as we practice in the class. Now for depreciation, I will use sheet 3. Here it is the working sheet, it is the rough sheet for me. So depreciation is charged on fixed assets other than land. So we have two assets. In point number 5, we have asset that is factory, and we purchase it for 150 millions. So we will write here the data that is given to us. So the factory cost is 150 million. The cost is 150 million. So here we will write depreciation rates, and for how many years we have to calculate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. And here depreciation expense. So the rates are given. Let me put the rates. It is 2.6, 5.45, 2.65%, 2.6%, 5%, 4.7%, 4.5%, 3%, 4.3%. It is 4.3%, and the last one is 4%. Now, how we can find the depreciation? We just have to multiply each year rate with the cost. Each year rate with the cost to get the depreciation expense. So here, find it. The first value is 2.7 multiply with 150. You will get 3.9, and here it is 7.5, and here it is 7.05, and here is 6.75, here 6.45, and here 6. Thank you. That's good, Ali. So this is the depreciation expense. This is the depreciation expense. Now our life is this is the terminal year or end of the project year. So here we have to find the book value. So for book value, we'll find accumulated depreciation, which is sum of all years depreciation expenses, sum of all years depreciation expenses. So add all this. So it is 37.65, 37